Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Star Agent Starco Gaming here, back with another Marvel Future Fight video. Guys, the update V560 just got released and it's time to deepen and review the first character of the update, which is going to be Slapstick, obviously, because it's the paywall characters. It's the characters that people are going to wondering the most. Should I spend a BO sub, yes or no, on this character? So we're going to take a quick look at this character first. Before that, guys, if you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to enable the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when I post a new video or go live with the live stream. Also, guys, if you want to play Marvel Future Fight on PC, make sure to check the description below the video and click on the link next to play Marvel Future Fight on PC. So first thing we're going to do before we show any gameplay of this character is we're going to take a look at his skills, his stats. We're going to be running with, you know, the build and information here, but we're going to start with the skills today. I know that, you know, seeing the build is quite interesting, especially I go with rank 1 just because I use a mega tier 2 ticket. Not many people did it yet, but you know, we want to see the build, but first we want to see what those skills are actually do. By the way, for people who actually watch this guy on early access, he is totally different. Well, totally, he got a little bit of changes, which is going to be happening on the 4th skill. I think this is the only change he got. It's on the 4th skill, but we're going to be looking at that. So first, tier 2 passive. Tier 2 passive, activation rate for 40% chance when attacking. Applied to self, all attack increased by 30%, defense by 20%, speed by 1%. Will cooldown time of 5 seconds, so and that lasts 10 seconds. So pretty much you can keep that buff up at all time. Plus you have increased skill damage by 30%, increased bonus damage by 40% for 5 seconds. So good damage boost there. If we look at his tier 1 passive, pretty basic. Res with 50% off HP with a cooldown time of I think it's 5 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, my maths are off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5 minutes, something like that. Anyway, you can only happen one time per fight, is 300 seconds. Then we have his leadership. His leadership is terrible. Terrible leadership, definitely. Cartoon plasma applied to all eyes. Increase lightning resist by 50%. That's pretty much what it does. Totally useless because we don't care about resist in this game mostly. So those are the passive skills. Now if we go with the other skills, first skills, we got the exploding home around. The thing is that this guy in Shadowland is going to be a total monster because of the burn damage. On Wall Boss Ultimate, because of those burn damage that does not get applied to Wall Boss Ultimate, those skills that do that kind of stuff are not going to be that useful. They're pretty much going to be feelers. Like the first skills is pretty much just a feeler, and I think that's the only skill that's like that though. So we got this skill, then we get a second skills here. Second skill will give you immunity to all damage for 4 seconds, 75% chance to penetrate with super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, invincible effect for 5 seconds, and 2 second stuns and some more burn damage. The third skill doesn't seem like crazy here, but you're gonna see it in action. Is a big long ass iframe, which really do quite a good amount of damage, and has very good survivability because while you are in iframe you cannot get attacked most of the time. Then we got a 4th skill. 4th skill is where we start getting defense down, stacking up to 50%. Then we have, now it did not have that in the early access. He has HP recovery, so 6.5% recovery of max HP. That lasts for 2 seconds. I don't know if you're gonna get 2 proc, like 1 per second. I haven't tested it yet, but that is nice. Healing capacity, which is gonna be awesome. You know your res, you know you can actually get your HP back up, so it's actually pretty solid. Also, you will get increased all attack by 30%, speed by 1%, and critical rate by 30%. So if you look at the critical rate here, that means that if you're trying to cap your critical rate, you're only gonna need 45% critical rate on these characters to have max critical rate, and that does work with the CTP of Rage. If you're crazy enough to put CTP of Rage on him, he does very well on CTP of Rage, by the way. Well, you're gonna get your critical rate cap so much easier. Then you got Super Armor, all defense 60% for 5 seconds. Really good survivability skill, to be honest, guys, and it's actually the best damaging skill too. That is actually the skills you want to have your damage proc on, basically. Then we got the 5th skill. The 5th skill has a SFX that you cannot skip, so even if you have SFX off, the SFX is still gonna happen on that 5th skill, and you can actually cancel that 5th skill with the 4th skill for the proc as soon as the clones of a Slapstick actually appear on the screen. You get burn damage, you get increased all attack based on damage done. It's based on damage done, guys, not on damage taken, so it's pretty damn great, to be honest, in the last 10 seconds, so you can actually refresh it every pretty much every time this ability is on cooldown. You can see the cooldown is 10.5 seconds, so you refresh it every time you're gonna use that 5th skill, which is pretty great. Then you have invincibility for 6 seconds, which is actually pretty decent, and you have some attack. This skill will actually keep doing damage because even if you cancel the skill animation, it still do damage, plus you get the accumulation that will stick for 10 seconds, which is goddamn great. That skill is a monster, and that makes this character a very strong. Next, before we jump into before we actually jump into the build of this character, let's talk about the game mode. This guy's actually gonna be good. First game mode, Wall Boss Ultimate. The Wall Boss Ultimate stages, I'm expecting him to be able to do with the maximum bull, which is level 70, gear 25. We have Proxima 60. I did test him against Cool Opsin on the early access. I was able to do 42 with quite a trash stat, so I think he's going to be able to do cool 45 plus, even if he's only in physical attack characters, which is actually quite impressive. He's going to be able to do Corvus 60 plus without too much problems. He's going to be good against all the mutants. Wall Boss Ultimate, so the right side, which includes Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver, Cable, and Apocalypse. We don't know which is the maximum level is going to be able to perform their toe. And then you have also which one I miss? Ibanima. Ibanima, actually I tested him against Ibanima, and he was able to clear Ibani 40 without any problems. So it's going to be, he's not going to be a meta there, but if you need characters that can do 40 Ibani, he's going to be able to achieve that. Again, that's with the max build, which level 70, gear 25, and the CTP, most likely a CTP of Rage if you want to get the optimal output from him, but even with a CTP of Energy can get the job done. And if we look at Thanos, I only have stage 15 to test him against on the early access, so I did not get more much result out there, but we're going to give him a quick look at that on this video to see where he actually stand on Thanos, since defense down does not work against Thanos. So we're going to try him like on stage 30 without strikers to see where his damage actually stand there for at least for a couple minutes to see where we get to. And okay, so that's pretty much what you can do in the Wall Boss Ultimate Channel. I'm expecting this guy to be able to do around 80 plus. I think he has the kit to actually be performing pretty damn well in Shadowland. Now if we look at the PvP side, I'm not sure, to be honest, guys. On early access we're not allowed to test it, and depending on how the AI is actually gonna play him, which will the AI play his 4th skill and 2nd skill on cooldown? If yes, then he could actually be decent on Land Conquest, but other than that, it's not gonna be a meta for Timeline, it's not gonna be a meta for Alliance Tournament, definitely. So that's pretty much what I can say about this character. Next, guys, we're going to check his build here. So first we're going to take a look at his stats. We have let's say max cooldown, max ignore defense, max critical damage. We're 10% away from the max critical rate. Attack speed is a little bit low. We have 17,522 physical attack. He is a superhero for people thinking that he's a super villain. No, he is a superhero. This is not the Joker from DC. Super special ability here. He only got one, which would give him 3% attack speed pretty much. And yes, that is what his stat sheet looks like. If we look at the gear is 20. It's day one. We cannot get his potential up yet. So gear is 20. We have 4 amplify euro per gear. Trying to min-max the cooldown, ignore defense first, then physical attack and critical damage, since the critical rate it already gets so much. If we look at his Hizo set, running with overdrive, stage set bonus stage 6 in effect, so no awakened Hizo here. So basically what we get is all attack, all defense, critical rate, critical damage 8.5%, and ignore defense 8.1%, with an activation rate 12% chance when attacking, plus 20% increase of all attack for 20 seconds with a cooldown of 60 seconds. Now if we look at his custom gear, we get a critical damage 33.5% with a 200 damage proc on it. I wish this guy had poison damage, because that would have been perfect, but it doesn't. So that's pretty much the build we're running with, guys, and that's the best I could actually explain this characters and where it can actually perform. Also, if you don't have anybody for Universal Hero and Let's Battle Extreme, he can actually push around 1 million there. So definitely for people just trying to get the cap, the 100,000 point, is definitely a very, very easy target to get that 100,000 points. So next, guys, we're going to be showing a little bit of gameplay. So we're going to get some wall boss ultimate testing. We're going to test him in autoplay on story mode, while we're actually going to go in dimension mission to see what he can actually do there. And we're gonna give him a quick look on the friendly PvP battle to see what he can actually do. So we're gonna start with getting the less interesting stuff, because I know that what people want to know the most is the wall boss ultimate. So what we're gonna start here is pretty simple. We're gonna start with the dimension mission, then we're gonna do the PvP testing, and no, I'm not interested in this piece of shit. And then we're gonna jump in the wall boss ultimate. Then we're gonna give a quick test on Thanos without strikers. Then we're gonna go against Proxima with strikers to see what he can actually achieve. So let's start this first mission here. No assist, no team up, nothing. We're just gonna send him with this trash leadership and see how fast he can actually clear this mission here. So let's send him to the action and actually see what is in PvE is skill priority 2. That's going to be quite interesting to see, and his skill animation are one of the best I've seen so far, to be honest, guys. See the 5th skill, you get the SFX here, no matter what you do, and the SFX is very long, so I think he's going to be a pretty slow clear in my opinion. But having the 5th skill on one of the most first skill I actually use, I think that's actually pretty great. But that's going to keep him from using a lot of skill by doing so, because by the time the 5th skill is done, pretty much he gets to do one more skill and then he's back to the 5th skill because the cooldown is ready again. It looks like it so far, but 5th skill, 4th skill seems to be what he's actually doing, then 2nd skill. So it's actually not bad. It does use the 4th skill and the 2nd skill in a very high priority. If it does the same in PvP, that will actually be pretty great, to be honest. That will be pretty great. So here we see it's a 5th skill, which is the most important skill. The next is going to be doing the 4th skill. Then he's going to cancel the 4th skill right away with the 2nd skill, then the 3rd skill. So he's not really using the 1st skill, which is actually a pretty great skill rotation. Now, again, PvE skill rotation from the AI is usually different from the PvP skill rotation, but we're going to be testing that in the timeline in a minute here, because I want to see what's actually going to prioritize in timeline, obviously. So here we got a clear in a minute 6. So like I said, because the skill animation is very long on that 5th skill, that really slowed him down for that part. So it's not going to be a clear fast clearer, but he's going to be able to get the job done pretty easy in my opinion. So that we test that. Next we're going to jump in arena timeline battle. We're gonna go on my friend list. We're gonna pick somebody that does not have too much of a good team. So at the bottom, I'm trying to fight non-meta characters. Like that looks actually pretty solid. 1 tier 2 versus 3 tier 2. That's actually pretty solid. If he dies, well, I need to put 3 characters. Fine. If it dies, it doesn't matter because he got back up. So we're gonna bring pretty much random here. Let's just pick 2 random spots with him. It doesn't matter. I don't want to bring him, you know, debuff removal or anything like that. I really want to see him at what he can do, and as a lead to, you know, no switching, nothing. We're just gonna play him there and see what he can actually do on autoplay in PvP. See what his skill rotation. Yes, he might not do good at the start because his cooldown on his skills on cooldown, but after that he should have access to pretty much all his cooldown. There we go. So we'll get a 5th skill here. 5th skill actually looks pretty solid for PvP. Then it's gonna change with the 4th skill, pretty much murdered that, and it's gonna change with the 2nd skill. This is actually a pretty solid skill rotation, to be honest. Yes, he's only fighting tier 2 characters, but he still held his own against those tier 2 characters. They were not that bad. So I can see him, he looks like he has the same skill rotation in PvP, so I can definitely see him on being a decent character for Island Conquest without any problems, definitely without any problems at all, because he just took out those 3 characters. Shiny Rogers is considered a decent character for Island Conquest, so that was not bad. I'm actually better than I expected, to be honest. Next, we're going to jump in the World Boss Ultimate. Like I said, we're going to start with a tennis stage 30. Without strikers. We're going to give him a good team though to do the test. So we're going to give him the full team here, which is going to be Nick Fury first. If I can find my Nick Fury. So let's go with speed here. Nick Fury. Then we're going to bring Shuri, and we're going to bring the other guys. So Universal, Slapstick, and we're gonna go with this team, basic like that, no strikers, and see what he can actually achieve against Thanos. And not much is gonna heal when he used that heal too. Is actually a big question I have, because I did not pay attention during the timeline testing. So I kind of want to see how he can perform here, to be honest. I'm not expecting anything crazy, because you know his build is really not the best yet. Level 25 gear, level 70 gear 25, it will be doing much better than that, but still his damage doesn't look bad so far. His survivability is pretty great, definitely. He's obviously not going to be a meta, but he's not going to be a bad character either. His healing is not bad at all either. So, yeah, but I don't think he's going to be shining against Thanos. I really don't think so, unless you have a CTPF Rage on him, definitely. You can see how I cancel the skills. Very easy to get that proc going, to be honest, which is pretty great. And that survivability is just plain amazing. You know, I thought the 4th skill was the best damage, but it might actually be the 3rd skill here. That was actually pretty great damage there. Sadly, we did not ignore iframe here, so we took a little bit of damage. But it might actually be difficult to sync that proc on the 3rd skill. Deep problem with the 5th skill, yeah, as you can see here against Thanos, that's just gonna make sure that this guy cannot do Thanos, is that when you start that skill animation and then Thanos goes in iframe, you are stuck in that skill animation. You don't have any clue what's going on, and that pretty much kills you, which is not very good. Not very good. So yeah, against Thanos, he's not going to be that good. Obviously, with strikers, he'll be doing a little bit better than we're doing, but overall, that's not going to be his wall boss where he's going to perform. Still does good amount of damage. I'm actually pretty happy with the damage here. Anyway, let's get out of there. We did the testing here. We're gonna go against Proxima, put strikers in, and give him some real testing against Proxima here. We're gonna, you know, we're not having a max build yet, so we're gonna go with the level 50 and see what we can achieve there with defense down strikers, obviously. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm gonna bring Thanos until that he only strike when you are attacked, but I do believe that that Slapstick is actually a good target for that kind of content, to be honest. So let's see how this is gonna go. Hopefully I don't get one shot. That looked bad in the video. So let's see, we're gonna start with the 5th skill, obviously, then switch, and there we go. Oh my god, the damage, even though that he's only at gear 70, is actually gear 20 and level 60, the damage is actually more than I anticipated here, definitely. Definitely a lot more than I thought I was gonna get. I'm actually quite surprised here. That 4th skill does a lot of damage. Then you get the strikers bringing you defense down, which is actually pretty amazing. This is actually pretty damn strong. Stage 50, really, really easy here. So now we know we can actually do 50 really easy here. I want to test the damage difference we're going against a level 60 here. I'm not going to... 59 is my max so far. Still working on 60. So we're going to try 59 here to see what kind of damage is actually going to be able to perform there. I'm probably not going to have enough damage with the normal obelisk level 60 gear 20, but I still want to see where it's actually standing to kind of finish this video with that. Then we're going to say a conclusion at the end of that, for sure. Definitely. So we're going to go with the same start here. 5th skill. See up here, we go with the damage. Yeah, the damage difference is... it's not the same. Now the proc is out sync too. It might actually allow us to test the proc on the 3rd skill. Let's do it here. Yeah. Yeah, 59 with the setup we have on him is just too strong for him yet. Still, the damage is not that bad. With the defense down well sync, you could probably push it close to the limit, to be honest. It's really better than anticipated here. But if you just keep attacking, you're gonna lose the sync on the proc like I just did here. And with all his skills, that really make him pretty much immune to those tornadoes, because he always have a good skill going on that keep you alive pretty solid. You can see the damage is actually pretty damn solid. I know I repeat myself, guys, I know. Well, now we got time froze and I'm waiting for her to throw spears. Apparently she was mind control for a sec. Well, for like half a minute or so. Because you have to remember that this phase here, she's gonna throw shit at us and we gotta survive that shit. So it's gonna be a lot trickier, which is why you need a little bit more time than I have right now to actually be able to do it. But definitely with this build, I actually might be able to push it. With this build and level 70 gear 25, that will be a walk in the park here, I think. because he's really doing good. And I'm kind of just winging it right now. I'm not even looking at the proc. I don't really care because I don't believe in the fact that he's going to clear 59, but it's going to be goddamn close. And we're actually going to push this fight till the end to see survivability how he stands. That's one of the big tests I want to push here. Because we know at some point we're going to get hit by shit. We know that's going to happen at some point. Okay, here we got a scene transition. See, we got hit here. Now we're gonna see how fast he can recover from that. And it seems like he's recovering pretty damn fast. Like I said, I'm impressed, guys. I was expecting him to be good, but that good, no. Not with that kind of build. Now imagine if you had a CTP on this guy, which will increase his damage by a lot more. That'll be actually pretty damn crazy. Well, now we gotta run. How fast I can start running? Oh, we actually could take quite a good amount of hit here. That was actually quite impressive. Then obviously we're gonna follow up with that so we don't get murdered. We're actually gonna see how many rotation to get back full health here. It's about 5 rotation, I'll say, to get in full back health, which is actually more than expected here. Oh, we got the snare again. It might be bad. Nope, we're good. But yeah, his survivability is better than a lot of characters. We're just standing there and smashing things, and we're still alive. That's actually pretty crazy. Also, we got lucky, very lucky with the defense. Not defense down, but the CC from strikers. But still, this is actually pretty impressive. This is gonna be very, very, very close from a kill, to be honest. I haven't died a single time too. I think that's what impressed me the most so far, is that I did not even die yet. And if I got a little bit luckier, that would have been a clear here. See, 2 bars and almost just 1 bar left. Tell his dad stage 59 with the build we got on this guy. That's definitely impressive, guys. I gotta admit, this guy is amazing. I think that I was actually generous just saying level stage 60 on Proxima. I think he's gonna be able to do much higher than stage 60 on his level 70 gear 25, definitely without any problem. So guys, I want to hear your feedback, what you guys think about what you just saw, if you agree with me or not. That would be nice to have your feedback, guys, in the comment section below, obviously. And if you're not a subscriber, guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel and enable the bell next to the subscribe button to get notified when I post a new video or go live with the live stream. And on that, guys, I will see you next time.